we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times.
What is up, Kilo Crew, and welcome to today's video. Today is already episode 4 of Cuttin' Kilos, and ask and you shall receive. We are going to be doing a full day of eating today. So it is currently about 8:30 in the morning. I am about to tuck into some delicious pre-workout breakfast, and I'm going to walk you through kind of a typical day of eating for me when I am working out. So I do have to go to the gym right after this. I don't have any vegetables on my plate currently, but this is what I am working with. So for the opening montage, you saw me cooking up some egg whites, and along with that, I do have 4 slices of low-calorie bread, like the 45-calorie Sara Lee Delightful bread, along with a slice of fat-free cheese on the egg whites and some ketchup. So if you guys are worried about the amount of egg whites, I think it's a little bit over 200 grams, the slice of fat-free cheese, and then of course some of the reduced sugar ketchup. So to go along with the 4 slices of bread, I do have some sugar-free syrup as well. So this will be a nice start to the morning. I do have a full upper body workout today at the gym, so I want to have a lot of energy. I'll probably get there within the next hour or so, so didn't include any vegetables in this meal, but that's okay. I'll get in plenty later. So I'm going to dig into this. I do have kind of a timely fashion in which I need to finish this up. This morning I did already weigh in, and I did do my check-in photos, and we'll talk about that a bit more around lunchtime. Because for now, I want to talk to you guys about, ooh, that's good. I want to talk to you guys about some life updates that have happened since I last saw you last week. So just yesterday, which was Monday the 19th, Randy left to go back to Springfield. He's getting everything organized and ready for the tour that he'll be going on basically until we end up moving to Milwaukee. So that was kind of a sad morning. Dropped him off at the airport, but was able to get a lot of editing done later in the day yesterday. But anyway, the point is, Randy will pretty much not be in any of the future videos for Cuttin' Kilos right now, just because he will be on tour. But with that said, next week's episode won't happen. So in place of next week's episode, I'm going to be putting in another one of my Florida food challenges. So look forward to that. It is actually going to be me versus like a giant pile of cinnamon rolls and a 2.5 pound breakfast burrito. You guys are going to love it in place of next week's Cuttin' Kilos episode, because I do leave this upcoming Sunday to head to Omaha, Nebraska to meet up with Randy. We're going to be doing a team pizza challenge. Now, this is one of those things where I told you I had some off-plan events coming up that I couldn't really go against or get out of. So we're going to meet up in Omaha, Nebraska, do a team pizza challenge together this upcoming Sunday. We're going to have Monday off. We're going to explore the Nebraska or Omaha Zoo. I don't know what it's called. We're really excited for that because I guess it's like the best zoo in America. And then Tuesday, which is the main reason that I'm going over on this trip anyway, we've had planned since I think like December to go to a community college in Iowa. Wants to have us out. Their hospitality and restaurateur, I guess, program wants to have us out to make a food challenge for us to tackle. So that'll be at a community college in Iowa on Tuesday. The next morning I do fly back here, but that leaves like 0 time to check in with you guys. Obviously my physique will look a little bit weird after doing 2 restaurant challenges. So there will be no check-in, and that is why you guys are going to be getting a video of me eating cinnamon rolls. Because A, I'm jealous of the me that was eating cinnamon rolls. And B, I want to make sure you guys have some good content on a Sunday. So enjoy some brunch with me next week. I will be back the following week with you guys to check in. So hopefully that additional week-long buffer, I'll be able to show some good progress. But the reason I do have to rush through this breakfast, so long way around that story, is because Randy and I have a Zoom call right around 11 o'clock this morning with our new realtor for Milwaukee. So found him by chance by watching YouTube. He is a Milwaukee realtor. Macus, I believe is his name. I'll go ahead and link his channel down below as just like a big thank you for him helping us out. But Randy and I do have a Zoom meeting with him at like 11 o'clock this morning. So I do need to have enough time to get this down, get to the gym, come back, whip up a little snack while I'm in this Zoom call. That was so good. I love bread. I did toast this. Sugar-free syrup is life. I'm not sure what the total calories are for this meal. I'll have them pop up in the next segment, similar to my old cheat days. I know that there's pretty much non-existent levels of fat. It's just a bunch of protein and carbohydrates to ensure that I have a good energetic workout. And then this is just coffee. Much necessary. But yeah, very excited to have a Zoom meeting with our realtor for the move to Milwaukee. It's gonna be a really good time. We have some promise in house hunting and seeing where we're gonna be for the next year or more. All very good stuff. I think I'm gonna do one of these savory, make like a little egg white sandwich. So yeah, this is like a typical breakfast. If I don't do the low calorie bread, I'll typically do like some rice cakes or something. Just low fat, lots of protein, lots of carbs. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish this up. All right, so as I finish up these last couple bites, I will go ahead and check in with you guys again after my Zoom meeting, which hopefully goes really well, and the workout. I'll kind of flash some of the little post-workout snack that I'll have. It'll probably just be a protein shake and rice cakes. We'll see. I'll probably just flash myself making it real quick. Possibly eating it. We will see what I have time to film before the Zoom meeting, but that was a delicious breakfast. I feel really satisfied. My calories have kind of varied. I'm going pretty aggressive with this diet, so my calories have been pretty low. I would say anywhere from, depending on the day, 1,100 calories in a day all the way up to 1,600. It just depends on the intensity of my workouts and how much cardio I plan on doing. I do have the spin bike behind me, and today I do plan on riding it for a little bit, old Sammy. So gonna be a few extra carbs today just to help me with my performance, stay strong in the gym. I feel amazing. I feel like I look really good. I will let you guys know what the scale said this morning when I meet back up with you guys, and I will also show you that updated physique photo, which looks a little bit different because I had to take the photo myself. So I will show you guys that in just a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm gonna hit the gym, hopefully hear some good news about house hunting, and I will see you guys then. Catch you in a bit. Bye. All right, everybody, we are back, and now it is time for a late lunch / early dinner. It is my second and final kind of big solid meal of the day in front of me. I just got done wrapping up that long Zoom meeting with Randy and our new realtor over in Milwaukee, which was amazing. It really was like an enlightening Zoom call. After that, I did end up going for a quick walk. It was really nice outside, wrapped up some phone calls, did some business, got some work done. And now it is a little bit after 3 o'clock and it is time to eat a big solid meal. So as you guys saw right after I worked out, I did have just some protein and a few rice cakes. Rice cakes have kind of been my go-to for like a carb source. They're just really delicious, convenient, easy to track. So each rice cake is 50 calories, so I know that if I had 4 of them, it's 200 calories, offers me consistent carbs, gets into my bloodstream really quick after working out. And for the protein shake, I just used some of the PE Science, not sponsored, mint chocolate protein powder mixed with some instant coffee, and then I heat it up for a little bit in the microwave and it makes like a hot mint chocolate mocha sort of thing. So that was really delicious. I of course had all the macros pop up for you guys. So yeah, not a ton of calories so far, but in front of me I do have just a simple, easy dinner. It is a steamer bag from Walmart of broccoli, topped with 80 grams of fat-free cheddar. So the cheddar is loaded with protein, 0 fat obviously, a little bit of carbs in there as well, and then it's loaded with calcium, which is super important when you are working out as much as I am. And then on the side here, I do have 3 of those like small halo clementines or mandarins. I'm not sure technically which ones they are. So we are gonna dig into this now. This is super yummy. It's a go-to meal. Look at, I know it's fat-free, but you still get all sorts of cheese pull. It's kind of like broccoli nachos. And I just season this with garlic salt and then of course, ketchup. Reduced sugar though, since I'm watching my figure. But yeah, I had a really good workout. I'll do a video on my workouts probably the next time I get with you guys. As mentioned earlier, next week there won't be a video, but the one 2 weeks from now, I will go ahead and take you guys through some of my like typical workouts. I don't think I'll be able to film in my gym. There's like some strict no filming policies and stuff there, but I will describe to you my workouts and maybe sneak some cell phone footage if I can. I'm not positive. We'll see what I can come up with. There's nothing magical about my workouts though. You can pretty much Google any good full body weekly split and you would get my workouts. So, but it's up to you guys. You guys find it interesting. But yeah, I've got a lot of work done for the day, which is important since I am going to be going out of town to meet Randy in Omaha this weekend. So just playing catch up really, making sure that everything is squared away before the brief trip that I'm making over there. So as I mentioned, this is my last kind of big meal of the day. In about probably a little more than an hour, just so this has time to digest, I will be hitting the spin bike. I think I may do like a 90-minute ride today, which is a longer ride. My legs are feeling pretty fresh and good. So just before I get on the bike, I'll probably have a couple more rice cakes, which I will include in the macro count for this meal. Ooh, and I should mention, I did have a couple extra rice cakes after that breakfast meal I showed you. Noticing a theme with my obsession with rice cakes, but I did have a couple more. Just kind of after I finished filming, I was about to head out the door of the gym and I just was like still a little bit too hungry. I had a pretty good workout yesterday and so I think my appetite's a little up, which is fine. It just added like an extra 100 calories and a good amount of carbohydrates. So I had a really good strong workout there. But yeah, about an hour, I'll have a couple more rice cakes, get on the bike for 90 minutes, shower up, and then enjoy my usual before bed meal. It's really not before bed in this case, but it'll be my final meal of the day, probably right around 7 o'clock tonight. I'll just do a mixture of some casein and a little bit of water, make it into a pudding. I'll go ahead and show some footage of that now. I'm not gonna film myself eating that because by that point, I'll have already been showered, all my makeup will be off, and I kind of just want to sit and enjoy it alone because I'm selfish and not have to re-put on makeup to film something in the evening. You don't want to see this face undone, let me tell you. Especially all beet red after a long ride. So yeah, my daily calories won't be that high today. Probably on the lower side today, actually. I haven't had a huge appetite, haven't been that hungry. Been managing my hunger really well. And I do need to keep my calories pretty conservative this week since I do have those events coming up with Randy. So I know those will set me back a good amount. So I'm kind of just preparing for that by playing a little bit of catch up ahead of time. So hopefully this video hasn't been too scattered. This just happens to be the diet that works for me. I focus on vegetables, obviously a little bit of fruit, protein. Your protein source doesn't always have to be cans of tuna or grilled chicken, which is why, for example, I am using fat-free cheese as my protein source. You can get creative with what you want to use. For me, I just enjoy the flavor of melty cheese. And I really love broccoli, so. This is a super cheap meal. These steamer bags of broccoli are like 80 cents, I think, at Walmart. A couple handfuls of fat-free cheese maybe cost a total of 50 cents. So a very affordable meal. Tasty, easy, delicious. It will digest nicely over the next few minutes before I ride, give me lots of good energy, and keep me full until tomorrow morning when I do this all over again. I don't mind eating the same thing every day, so I don't really have a hard time with it. If I wasn't gonna do this meal, I would probably do a salad because I enjoy salads a lot. But I figured I'd show you guys something different than salad because I always have salads in my full day of eating videos, so figured that was different. Gonna enjoy some of this black cherry fizzy water. Ooh, that would have been bad. I forgot to talk about my morning weigh-in. So while I enjoy these, we will talk about my morning weigh-in. So got up this morning looking really lean. I was really happy with that. Stepped on the scale. My weight is back down to 133, which I think is 60.5 kilos. So still up a bit, but down from last week after that initial spike of water weight from the creatine. So that's a good sign. But mostly visually, I'm really, really excited about the changes I've made. Now I'm gonna have last week's and this week's photos pop up now, and you're probably not gonna be able to tell a huge difference, which is kind of my fault. I had Randy taking the photos while he was here. And now that he's not here, I just put my phone in recording mode, stand in front of it, and then take screenshots. So the photo is gonna turn out a little bit differently. It's at a different angle. So the comparisons are gonna be kind of hard to make between last week's and this week's. But in person, it does look rather different, rather more impressive. I can tell the difference in my legs. They feel a lot leaner. They look a lot leaner. I wear a lot of workout pants, so as kind of just like a way to measure that's a little bit less forgiving than workout pants, I do try on my jeans occasionally. And my jeans are pulling on and off super easy now, whereas they were pretty darn tight when I got back from the Florida tour. So that was pretty exciting this morning. But yeah, this is pretty much it for my daily diet. I keep it simple. High protein, as many carbs as I can get. I keep my fats pretty low. That's just how I prefer to diet. I don't really miss the fats because I don't mind the fat-free alternatives. But yeah, I'm gonna finish enjoying these clementines, mandarins, whatever they are. They're very yummy and juicy. And just, I guess, enjoy the rest of my evening. Again, like I said, I'm gonna have a couple rice cakes, ride the bike, and then later I will do that casein pudding mix, and then probably a couple more rice cakes again. So I'll go ahead and show just like another quick clip of the casein pudding and what that kind of looks like, along with the rice cakes. I hope again that this was at least a little bit informational. I don't like to go too much in detail because I don't want you to think that you have to do what I'm doing. It's just a good example of some daily food choices that you could make. So, not every day looks the same. I might do another full day of eating again in a few weeks, and then you can compare and contrast the difference. Maybe at that point, I'll be super into air fried potatoes, who knows? Instead of the rice cakes. So, it's all different and all to individual preference and what you can stick to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have the macros pop up here at the end for the entire day, including all the rice cakes that you won't be seeing me eat. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. As always, if you want to leave some comments down below, please do. I have the final bite of orange here. So as always, cheers to y'all. And I will catch you in the next episode of this series in a couple of weeks. Okay, peace out, bye.